Hello and welcome back to Chellington Valley. As you can see, it is absolutely pouring with rain. We're in late summer and we haven't yet got any harvesting done, which is a minor concern because crops are going to start withering if we can't get them off the fields relatively soon. And also, if you remember from last year, we've got a lot more crops to harvest this year. So I'm going to head in quickly out the rain and we'll keep an eye on this situation and see when we can get out harvesting. Okay, it's coming up to 8 o'clock in the evening. We're still late summer. The rain has stopped and we have had a break in the weather, and it looks like the weather is going to be clear for the next 18 hours. So I am taking a gamble. We need to mow field 1, which is the playing fields and the wild meadow, which is the playing fields and the sort of park meadow. So we need to mow those, and I'm hoping that 18 hours will be enough for the grass to dry out and become hay for our TMR. That's my hope. If we have rain, or it looks like it's about to start raining, then I might just have to come out and bale it. The alfalfa that we're currently mowing, we're going to leave it and we're going to let it become hay, and that's going to be what we're going to feed the sheep. So this is the big gamble. If it rains, this crop is potentially going to rot away, much like you will probably remember last harvest, the straw that rotted away in the rain. So it's a big gamble to do this, but if we don't start getting some work done, we're going to lose a lot of crops. So I think this is the way to go. Susie is going to try and join me. It depends if we can get somebody over to watch Paul, because he is obviously down for the night now. So if we can get someone to watch him, then she will join me, and we're going to ted all of this as well. Well, Susie has managed to join me. We've got some very good friends who are looking after Paul for us, which is great. So I am now tedding. We've just gone and we've just bought this tedder. It's quite a useful thing to have on the farm anyway. We've not had one before, but actually it's not doing us any harm to have it. Susie is in the T8 and is mowing. I think she's actually moved onto the grass now, and I'm just tedding out the alfalfa. Obviously it's undoing the nice windrows that we had made from the mowers, but it makes it a bit easier to ted it out if it's windrowed to start with. I will probably lease a windrower and windrow it all back up before the end of the night. This is going to be a long night, so I will probably stop talking now, and I might put a bit more footage in just as it gets darker for you to see. Good morning. I am out on field 2 and I've bought the New Holland harvester and we're going to get cracking on harvesting this linseed. Linseed is a very high yielding crop. There are occasional patches like that little one that don't grow in properly. We just have to kind of take those. It's possible some of the birds got to the seed there. A variety of reasons why it might not have grown in. Now this crop is thankfully, because we didn't have any more rain last night, it is dry enough for us to harvest even at 7 o'clock in the morning. It will probably go into our silo and into the grain drying system just to get a bit more of the moisture out of it. But I would rather have that than have it lingering on the field and risk losing the crop or losing chunks of the crop. Better to have to spend a bit of money drying it out than not to have anything to dry out at all. So I'll carry on with this. Hopefully Susie's going to make it out to join me and we will crack on with this together. Well, as you'll have seen, Susie has managed to join me. So we've now got all of the linseed from field 2. Susie has taken the harvester over to start on the oats on field 3. So that's the contract for Oat Standing Foods, the vegan company. So that's vegan produced oats. There's no chemical fertiliser or any sort of animal products gone onto that. That's all been fertilised with the Agramash, and we've not kind of added chemicals to the soil beforehand. It's all done from what previous crops have taken on. I'm just out baling up with the Challenger baler that I showed you. When was I last back at the farm? When I was last back at the farm, I showed you this. So you get to see it in action now. Putting out 6,000 litre bales, but standard size, so they're very high density packed straw, which is great for us because it takes up a lot less space to store the same amount of straw. I've got to run and empty the harvester, so I will catch you in a bit. while the weather's dry, we're making the most of getting what we can harvested. Susie has popped back home for a bit, and so I'm now out in the New Holland, and we finished up on field 3 with the oats, and we've started on field 6, which was the canola. So these were all our winter drilled crops. We've still got some spring drilled crops. They're not quite ready yet. They need probably another day or so. It's been a bit wet for them, so we will come back to those probably tomorrow, maybe the day after, depends on the weather. Just heard from Susie, she's not feeling 100, so she's not going to be joining me back on this canola field, so it's going to be a fun one that I get to do on my own. So I'm going to run my own grain trailer as well when the harvester fills up. I probably won't record much of this because I'll be quite busy trying to do 2 jobs, so I'll catch you in a bit. Right, well that day's sort of got a bit away from me. So having harvested field 6, I just popped through the gate to field 7 and had a little look, little feel of the crop, and actually it felt ready as well, possibly slightly more moist than on 6, but we've harvested that as well. That'll all go off, and that's in our grain dryer at the moment. I've just come back to pick up the header. I got the harvester back, but I've now just got to pick up the header, so I came in the T8 because it's more fun. I like the big tractor. So, quick update on our fields then. So our winter drilled crops and our early spring drilled crops are all harvested now. So that's the wheat that we planted for the chickens on 36, that's gone. The linseed we had on field 2, the oats we had on field 3, and the canola that we had on field 6 and 7. That's all been harvested now. So we've really managed to churn on quite a long way. The alfalfa and grass that we cut last night still doesn't quite look like it's ready. So it's a bit awkward because we were expecting some rain around about now. Now, looking up in the sky, it doesn't look like there's any rain absolutely imminent. Whether we make it through the night without rain or not, I don't know. So this really is a big decision, whether we just accept that we're going to have grass and alfalfa, or whether it's going to dry out and we're going to get hay and alfalfa hay. I'm not sure. Just to the right there, you'll see our sunflowers are looking fantastic. They just need to crisp up a little bit more, but they will be ready for harvest very soon. you'll have seen just on the front of camera shot, we've kept some straw bales, so it was a trailer full, so 28 bales, but partial trailer, so 25. So that's a good number of straw bales. That'll keep us well stocked over the winter and into the summer next year. And what we'll probably do, as we usually do, is we'll dismantle the bales using the TMR mixer, and we'll store it loose in our silo, just because that gives us a bit more. Well, we took a risk and it might not have paid off for us. We've got some rain coming in. I don't know how heavy it's expected to be, or whether it'll just be a passing shower. If it's a shower, we should be fine. We'll just have to get out there, ted it again to re-dry it, and then hope that we get some good wind and some good sunshine to properly dry it out. If it's a really heavy shower, we've probably lost all that crop. Good morning. I've just come down to the cowshed to empty out the milk tanks. We're going to pop the milk down into town. So you might remember we used to have the little vending machine out the front of the farm. Unfortunately, we were victims of vandalism, and so we took the decision to take that away. So that means that rather than selling our own milk, and obviously we were getting quite a good profit on that, we are now selling to local sales merchants. So I'm taking this load down to the market in town. That's one of the reasons I've gone quite early. I say quite early, it's actually nearly 8 o'clock and it's still really dark. But part of the reason is to try and encounter a bit less traffic. Well, Susie and I have some really big news that we would like to share with you. We are expecting our second baby. So Paul is going to be a big brother. There's going to be another baby in the house to look after. So that is the main reason really why Susie's not been able to help out as much on the farm. And on that happy news bombshell, it's time to end this video. So thank you very much for watching, especially if you've just tuned in for this big announcement. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Please jump on the like button, show us how much you like this news, jump on that like button. Share this video with all your friends, everyone that knows us, and most importantly of all, have a great day.